Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. In this episode, excuse me, I want to talk about keeping yourself present in the moment and how what the kind of effects stress has on our body. First of all, I want to explain that Dr. Lipton, I was watching Dr. Bruce Lipton give a talk. He said that less than 1% of all diseases in this world come from our genetics. Less than 1%. Where they come from, how we think and how we act, and the amount of stress that we are under. Now, some of you watching this video may know my own personal story where I was diagnosed with cancer. And that has been sort of the springboard for you, if you will, for me to really, I'm so passionate about getting this information out to the world, to as many people as I can, because it is an epidemic in our society. You see, the human beings, we were designed, our bodies were designed to only have stress for about 5 or 10 minutes to get away from a saber-toothed tiger. It was never designed for the type of scenario or environment that we live in today. The environment with a saber-toothed tiger, the saber-toothed tiger comes, we run away 5-10 minutes, and then the stress is gone. And we're back to our natural habitat, if you will, for lack of a better way of putting it. Today, it's 24/7, 365, right? I mean, I'm not explaining anything to you that you're not aware of. Our bodies are not designed for this. Stress actually reduces our cognitive ability. We actually become dumber the more and more stress that we are under. So it is vitally important then for us to maintain this vigilant attitude and approach towards life, so that we are constantly assuming the life that we want, that we are living it now in this moment. Not a belief so much, because belief can be shaken. An assumption that my life always works out for me. I have money, abundance comes to me always. Now, some of you may be watching this and saying, this is ridiculous. How can I be thinking about this when my life is whatever it's going, whatever type of situation going on in your life right now, be it finances, be it relationship, be it your job or whatever. But understand, to our body, okay, to our mind, to our subconscious mind, whatever we think, that's just what it's going to bring us. Whatever we think about, we bring about. That phrase, right? So then we want to be thinking constantly in the moment as much as we can, reminding ourselves that I am fine, I am safe, I am healthy, I am perfect health. Whatever type of affirmations you want. Assume, not an affirmation such as I'm just going to repeat, but we want to wake up in the morning with this mindset, and we want to go to bed at night with this mindset. And we want to use affirmations when we're drifting off to sleep, to just saturate our minds of whatever it is that we want to do, whatever we want to be, whatever we want to have in our life, be it, again, perfect health, finances, whatever it may be. We want to act as if we are already living that life, because ultimately in this life, that is exactly what has gotten this world to where it's at. People who have an attitude that the outside world has absolutely no influence over who they are, where they are, what they're doing, who was in their life. The Wright brothers with the airplane, Thomas Edison. Anyway, you go through history, right? I mean, Thomas Edison famously said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways it won't work. With this type of an attitude towards life can't do anything but bring you that, whatever it is you're thinking about. Okay? Understand this, guys. This is we're operating with programs that were downloaded into our minds when we were infants. The Jesuit faith for over 400 years has told their followers, give me a child from age 0 to age 7 and I will give you the man or the woman. Why? Because the programming that's downloaded into our subconscious mind, right? Now, if that's the case, if we're operating from the subconscious mind programming, then what we want to do is we want to become conscious of, I'm going to change the programming. And this is how we go about it, by living our life as much as we can, conscious of what is going on in our life right now, in this moment. What am I thinking about? How am I reacting or responding to whatever's taking place in my world at any time? Remember, I've said, when we're reacting, we're operating off the subconscious mind. When we're responding, we're conscious. So this is the practice this is the techniques we want to put into practice as much as possible. Okay? As you get more involved in this, you'll start to understand that the reason we act the way we do is because we are unconscious. We are not consciously doing things in our life. We are not consciously aware of what we're doing. The perfect example of this is when you're driving a car, and if you're thinking about a conversation that took place at work and it upset you, and you're in your mind, you're talking to that person, well, then who's driving the car? Subconscious mind. If the car goes out of control for whatever reason, your conscious mind doesn't take over the car. The subconscious mind takes over the car, the driving of the car. So this is exactly what takes place in our life. Our subconscious mind constantly rules our life. You'll know this by the next time something happens that doesn't go as however you want to be planned. Whatever doesn't go as planned, watch how you react. I'll give you a good example of this. So in the office, I'm on my lunch break now, but in my office, something happened to one of my coworkers, and the way they reacted, you could tell this was their subconscious mind reacting. It wasn't who they are consciously. And this is how we go about our life. This is why we find ourselves at the end of the day exhausted, because stress uses up so much energy in our body. Stress, when we're under stress, it actually shuts down the immune system. This is why you find out that the majority of people later on in life, midlife, in the middle of part of my life, like myself, I was in my late 40s when I was diagnosed with cancer. It was 35, whatever amount of years worth of, or 40 some odd years worth of stress, fear, anxiety. This is what rules our life. So these are the techniques to put into practice so that we can start to change and start to turn this around. We live as much as we can consciously in the moment, with a conscious mind that says, my world is perfect. Everything always works out for me. I am always living a life of abundance, of wealth, of health, of perfect health. We do this, we tell ourselves this as much as possible, as many times during the day as possible. You start to put this into practice, you're going to start noticing some major changes take place in your life. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.